live in Studio B. Day-to-day BYU Sports play-by-play continues. I'm Spencer Linton alongside Jarom Jordan, and we welcome in former BYU basketball head coach Steve Cleveland on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline. Coach, happy holidays. Great to have you with us.
Thank you, guys.
To keep in the BYU holiday spirit, what's your favorite holiday memory involving BYU sports?
You know, I remember in 1998, Cheryl Rose and I going down into a meeting to deal with the Children with Cancer event, and Cheryl was obviously a great ambassador for this, but we went down there to share the ideas with some of the folks, and it just turned into being a wonderful event. It's just grown and grown, and it's impacted so many families, and many of those people I still stay in contact with. So that was a very special thing, and David Cheryl continued that and took it to another level. But I just thought that was one way of really being able as a program to give back, and it was always so meaningful to the players and the coaches.
I've attended that event several times. It's really, really incredible. And that happened on Wednesday night, by the way, this week. Nice. Our best wishes to everyone there, and hopefully it was a great time for everybody. BYU and Utah State tomorrow night. Coach, I said this is the most excited I've been for any game this year. I think this matchup is tremendous. ESPN BPI validates it, giving BYU a 50.1% chance to win. What do you think of this matchup on paper?
It's very even. I think some of the question marks, you know, I don't know what the status of Sam Merrill is, and Queta, I know, is coming off an injury and didn't play in the last game. So if everybody's playing and everybody's on the floor, you're going to see two teams that play really hard and really smart, who execute in the half court. I think the thing that both of them do is they move the ball and they move without the ball. They're always making the extra pass, and they're sharing it, and they've got good shooters, and obviously they've got bigs inside. These teams haven't beaten themselves very often. I think that's what stands out the most to me is that they've reduced the mistakes. They're only about 10, 11 turnovers a game. And I think the other thing is they both have great leadership on the floor. Sam Merrill, Jake Toolson, these are young men they're player-led type teams that coaches trust, and you hope you can develop that. That's when you know you have really special teams.
BYU basketball analyst, former head coach Steve Cleveland with us on BYU Sports Nation. Coach, what's the advantage that BYU can exploit tomorrow? We'll call it a key to the Cougars beating a really good Utah State team.
They must take care of the ball. They don't want to give, especially if Utah State's a little bit undermanned. They don't want to turn the ball over and take quick shots and have long rebounds and they have runouts. So I'd say number one, taking care of the ball. But I think a big key is blocking out. And I know that seems to be a lost art in high school, college, and the NBA, where people aren't putting bodies on people. But this Utah State team is a really, really good rebounding team. And to give them second and third chances because you don't block out and execute that, finishing that defensive possession, they need to do that. I think the rest of it will just play out the way we think it'll play out. I mean, both teams were very good offensively and very efficient. But those are two little things that I think will decide who wins this game.
Utah State has the most rebounds of anybody in the country, validating what you just said, fourth in per game. Yet you have this fun matchup between Justin Bean, a guy that was like a 4 points, 4 rebounds guy last year. Now he's a 15 and 12 guy, number one in double-doubles in the country, against Yoli Childs, who right now is a kind of a 19 and 11 guy. What do you think of that matchup?
Well, it could be a great matchup. And he really has improved from last year. He's just relentless, and he's just got good timing, and he's been a big part of the success Utah State has. You know what? It's going to be a great matchup. You know, and I think Yoli has probably more offensive tools, and it's going to be important for Yoli to not get in foul trouble in this game. And they don't have the kind of depth that and the size that Utah State has. Utah State can go to the bench, and they've got another 7-footer in Travis Dorius, who's a 7-foot freshman who's been playing and plays for Queta. And they've got size coming off the bench that he needs to stay out of foul trouble and be smart, but it'll be a great matchup.
Coach, what's the best way that BYU, who is clearly undersized, can defend a guy like 7-foot NBA prospect Neemias Queta? And we're not sure how much we're going to see from him tomorrow, but how does BYU defend a team that is clearly bigger and more physical?
Well, you really have to help, and you have to help each other because there are ball screens that create help situations. There's penetration, but you got to get a body on people. And you're right, he's still recovering, but you've got to block out. You've got to contest his shots, and don't give him angles. What I mean by that is make him shoot over you and through you. Don't give him direct lines to the basket where he can get confidence or get dunks. And they have to be aware of that too, because if you turn your head and you don't keep vision between the ball and your man, there's going to be a lob and a dunk over the top of you. So a big point is to get him off the block, keep your body between him and the basket, and make him shoot over you and through you, and then have him make shots rather than getting the easy ones at the rim and the dunks.
If he makes a shot, it'll be his first of the year because he's played in one game and he went 0 for 3 in the first one. Here we are, though, with BYU, and we've wanted this for years, Coach, and to get back to this, BYU is a great three-point shooting team right now, 15th in the country, 10th in makes. That feels like an advantage BYU could take advantage of in this game. How do you feel about it?
I do believe that, and they played in this building enough where they feel comfortable, and I think that you have such confident players, and it starts with their seniors, and Yoli and Jake and TJ and Dalton. Dalton Nixon's been playing really well and shooting the ball at times really well from the three. But it's such a confident group, and they know where they're going to get their shots from. And that's when you can tell a really good team. They know what they have to do. They move without the ball. They pass the ball. It never gets sticky in their hands. And they're just all on the same page offensively, and that really helps. Obviously, they have good shooters, but sometimes good shooters don't shoot good percentages because they're not getting the right kind of shots. This is a team that has great chemistry offensively. It has the ability to make the extra pass, to get guys threes with their feet squared and ready to hit it. So it's a really confident group, and that will be, I think, the key to this game. If BYU were to struggle shooting the three, it's advantage Utah State.
Steve Cleveland, former BYU basketball head coach on BYU Sports Nation. The Cougars have won 7 straight against the Aggies. I had to double-check this because I didn't believe it, but yes, it's a 7-game win streak. So how does that little nugget factor into the mental approach in a rivalry game like this?
I think for USU, it doesn't impact it at all because this is a team that has had a lot of success. They won the Mountain West Conference. They haven't had any huge wins. I mean, the LSU win, but they haven't played a lot of people yet, but they've been ranked. They have a lot of confidence. And, I think it is considered a wonderful in-state game, and I think it's much more meaningful when both teams are good. I think a lot of time there was a disparity between one team being really good and the other not. But this is a matchup, I think, for the next several years that are going to be great games. But I don't think Utah State is going to be overwhelmed by the moment here. They played in big games, and last year as a younger team, they had huge wins on the road to win the Mountain West Conference. So I think they're both pretty veteran teams. I don't think they're going to be in awe of each other or the circumstance or even the fact that it's an in-state game. They're going to be pumped, excited, and certainly ready to play.
This is the third top 100 game Utah State will have played. They beat LSU. They lost to St. Mary's, and in comes BYU. We asked the question and answered, but want your opinion. Which player will have the greatest impact on the outcome of the game, in your opinion?
I think Jake Toulson will. And the reason I say this is this. It's going to be a tough competitive game, and you could make a case for everybody, but I think that Jake's leadership, that Jake's ability to knock down open threes, but I really like him in that mid-range where he can post guys up. And there's got to be times when he and Sam Merrill are guarding each other. Sam Merrill plays, and he's healthy. And so Jake could have a real impact on this game if he can get down in the low post and draw fouls and get Sam Merrill off the court. And so I think Jake's going to be involved in a lot of really, really interesting matchups. And I think that if he plays well and he defends well, that BYU wins.
Coach, when you look at BYU basketball's approach and desire to get back to the NCAA tournament, is this game a must-win for the Cougars if they want to be considered seriously as an at-large team this year?
Well, everybody's already talking about them anyway, so that's a good thing. And yes, a win against Utah State puts them on really solid ground. They're not going to have many more opportunities to play, top 100 teams. And certainly the Gonzaga and St. Mary's games in conference are going to be just as maybe even more important. But a win over USC would probably be their most significant win this year. The Houston win's pretty significant as well, but USU is ranked. They've been ranked, and I think that would get everyone's attention, and I think they would have played themselves into the tournament. And then, of course, league play is going to depend whether they stay there. But I think it puts them in a great position to go to the NCAA tournament. However, I will qualify that. If it were a close game and they were to lose and beat St. Mary's and beat Gonzaga at home, I think they're in.
Coach, great to talk to you as always. Happy holidays once again. We'll make sure that we save you some eggnog if you make it down to Provo.
I'll see you guys. Hey, Merry Christmas to you both.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Dave.
Steve Cleveland on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, you know why, we show how.
So many matchups to watch in this game. And I'm telling you, ESPN's BPI and Ken Pom reflect exactly what it is, which is this is such